Not long ago, the entire internet exploded with breaking news about Operation Spiderweb. Several Russian strategic bombers were reportedly destroyed right on the airfield. But this isn't the first time in history that aircraft have been wiped out before they could even take off. Today, we'll look at the most devastating and large-scale airfield attacks, operations where dozens or even hundreds of planes were destroyed in just a few hours. Let's start from the beginning. June 22, 1941, the darkest day for Soviet aviation. If you believe that the stunning success of Germany's first months on the Eastern Front was achieved solely thanks to its tank divisions, you're mistaken. From the very first hours of the invasion, Germany struck a crushing blow against Soviet airfields. Armed with precise intelligence and the element of surprise, German pilots managed to destroy over 2,000 Soviet aircraft on the ground in just a few hours. Almost all of them were obliterated before they could even take off. The Soviet command had ignored multiple warnings about an impending attack, so most units weren't placed on high alert. In the following days, the Red Army lost several thousand more aircraft. In total, 3,922 Soviet planes of various types were lost, while German losses didn't even reach 100. This early air supremacy gave the Wehrmacht control of the skies for years to come. December 7, 1941, Pearl Harbor. Just 6 months later, the United States repeated the same mistake. That date is known to every American. On that morning, Japanese aircraft launched a surprise strike on Pearl Harbor, the main base of the U.S. Pacific Fleet. It became the largest Japanese naval air operation of the entire war. Thanks to meticulous planning and accurate intelligence on the location of U.S. bases, the Japanese Air Force struck at dawn, fast, and without a formal declaration of war. American aircraft, parked closely together on the runways, became easy targets. Within hours, 188 planes were destroyed, and another 159 were damaged. Nearly the entire Pacific Fleet's air power was wiped out, most of it still on the ground. The Japanese lost only 29 planes. Why such devastating losses for the Americans? The command, fearing sabotage, had ordered the aircraft to be parked wing to wing, turning them into perfect targets. Early warning systems and anti-air defenses failed completely. This attack became one of the most humiliating moments in American aviation history, and a point of no return. The very next day, the United States officially entered World War II. June 5, 1967, Operation Moked, the Six-Day War. Now let's move to the Middle East. On this day, Israel launched the Six-Day War with a brilliantly executed preemptive strike that would later be studied in military academies worldwide. Operation Moked was a lightning-fast assault on Egyptian air bases. The timing was perfect. Due to negligence and poor coordination within Egypt's air defense, Israeli jets approached undetected, attacking from the direction of the Mediterranean Sea, where no one expected them. In just a few hours, around 300 Egyptian aircraft were destroyed on the ground, including some of the latest Soviet-built fighters and bombers. That was about 70% of Egypt's entire operational air force. Essentially, on the first day of the war, Egypt lost its ability to protect its troops from the air. It's no coincidence the conflict lasted only 6 days. This operation decided the outcome before it even began. If you'd like me to break it down in more detail, let me know in the comments. December 1994, the First Chechen War. And finally, one more remarkable operation. As the First Chechen War began, Russian aviation launched a preemptive strike to destroy Jakhar, Dudiyev's air fleet before it could take off. Early in the morning on December 1st, Su-24 reconnaissance planes located their targets, and Su-25 attack aircraft followed in the first wave, striking the airfields at Kankala and Kalinovskaya. The Chechen air defenses were completely unprepared. The attack was swift and devastating. Within minutes, the entire fleet of combat, transport, and training aircraft was wiped out. Later that day, strikes continued on the Grozny North Airfield, destroying dozens of planes, from small In-2 transports to Jakhar, Dudiyev's personal Tu-134 jet. The operation was carried out with surgical precision. Runways were left almost intact, so they could later be used by Russian forces. A second wave of long-range bombers followed, 46 sorties in total, destroying up to 177 aircraft. For helicopters, dozens of armored vehicles, and several ammunition depots, all without a single loss among Russian pilots. After that operation, not one Chechen aircraft managed to get airborne. It became the biggest success of Russian aviation during the First Chechen War. In conclusion, the success of all these operations was made possible by three key factors: the element of surprise, careful planning, and the failure of enemy air defenses. What do you think about these operations? Do you agree with my conclusions? Share your thoughts in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video.